Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Retchfers here, and today we are going to be doing a tier list on best maxing. So, if you don't know what this is basically the things in life that you should focus on, and you can apply this to getting a good life. You can apply this to getting a girl. It really doesn't matter. But I'm going to cover all of these, so make sure you all hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, so the first thing we have is no fat maxing. So this is basically where you don't touch your meat, basically. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is cope because here's the thing. I've never understood why it's overhyped like it is. Like, I do think there is a lot more purity in not fapping, but you don't really gain anything from doing it. It's just, and I don't even do it personally. I've never done it before in my life. Like, I genuinely don't know how to. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's overhyped, man. Like, it's really just cope in my opinion. Next up is game maxing. So game maxing is basically where you spit game to a girl and she likes you. Here's what you have to understand. If she's not attracted to your looks, then this is irrelevant. You're not gonna spit game to a girl and be chopped and she just falls for you. Like, that's not how it works. This isn't the movies. I do think if you are attractive, this is something important to have because it will just make it slightly easier. I'm gonna put this in this will help a little bit. I can't put this in insane reward because it only works in like certain scenarios. So I'm not gonna put this in insane reward. I'm gonna put this in this will help you just a little bit. Next up is status maxing. Okay, so female hypergamy is based off of three things, okay? Like, there's like three things that are like really important. Status is one of them. This goes at like number 2. So this is gonna go in peak maxing because with status there are a lot of things that are implied that you have. This is probably implying that you have money as well. So this might be like a 2-in-1 special. But if we're just focusing on status specifically, I think a lot of girls will cling more to you, bro. I think a lot of girls, like, they just want the clout. So status maxing, if you have this is probably gonna get you in the door like on its own. Next up is social skills maxing. I think social skills maxing is important. Like, you need to do this, but this can't go in peak life. If a woman is attracted to you, she will let a lot of things slide, including like poor social skills. You know what I mean? So I think social skills maxing is gonna go an insane reward. Now, you should still, work on this anyways. I'm not gonna dismiss this, but there are just certain levels of things you might get away with, basically. Social skills maxing is gonna go an insane reward maxing. Okay, next up is height maxing. So there are not many ways to height max, but I'm gonna list them. So there's AP maxing. Now, if you are not aware of what AP maxing is, there are certain like stretches and exercises you can do to make yourself taller after the age of 18. They will give you a small difference. Now, here's the thing with AP maxing. AP maxing gives you like zero point 0.1 inches at best. Maybe 0.2 if you're lucky. But yes, for the average guy watching this, bro, if you AP max, you are not going to see a difference. I don't think it's worth paying attention to, basically. However, here's the thing. With insoles, right? You can wear lifts in your shoes. This will make you taller. And listen, I'm not gonna call nothing insecure in this video. We're not about to go over, oh, this is insecure if you do this is insecure if you do that. I fucking hate that shit, bro. Like, if something genuinely helps you, I will cover this shit briefly. I'm not gonna, gatekeep none of this shit. But if you wear insoles in your shoes, you can get it easy like 2 inches from that. So if you're 5'8" and you have 2-inch lifts in your shoes, you can go up to 5'10", which is gonna be a huge difference. So this is gonna go in insane reward maxing. This is gonna go above social skills maxing. And here's the thing, you can even get it to 3 inches if you are, you know, that dedicated. I do think you gotta make some compromises though. Like, for example, if you have about 3-inch lifts in your shoes, that's probably gonna be uncomfortable. But here's the thing with high maxing, there's a lot of compromises you gotta make to be comfortable, right? But yes, height maxing, bro, this is an insane reward maxing if you do it the correct way. But yeah, I fucking love the idea of height maxing, bro. This is going in insane reward maxing. Next is shit maxing. So if you don't know what shit maxing is basically where like you try to make your stick longer, basically. I'm not gonna lie, this is damn near this is cope actually. If you have a small meat, bro, I don't know, man. You might just be fucked in that aspect. I'ma just keep it a buck with y'all. There's not really any way to make your meat longer. So you might have to prioritize one of the things at the top of this list. Thankfully, I was dealt good cards by the Lord, so I don't gotta worry about this. But next up is wealth maxing. Okay, so for female hypergamy, I put this at number 3. Now, if you are over the age of 22, this might just go at the top over everything. But I'm going to put this, for the average Joe, it's probably going to be like number 3 on female hypergamy. So this is going in peak maxing. Like if you have the wealth, you can damn near get by with a lot of shit, basically. So, and I'm not even about to go further into depth on this. I think it's just pretty obvious what you can do with money. Next up is gym maxing. This will help a little bit. Like, yeah, I think as a guy, you should be going to the gym, but I think the reward to like time ratio, it's a little bit off. Like, to the point where you could get away with not going to the gym and you won't see like a huge decrease or nothing. Next up is style maxing. I think this is irrelevant. Like, just make sure your clothes fit you, bro. Nigga, the shirt can say shirt on it and the pants can say pants. You'll be good, bro. Just make sure it fits you, bro, and you'll be all right. All right, next up is looks maxing. Okay, so looks go at number 1. Looks are the only thing that matters to a woman on first impressions, basically. So with looks maxing, if you do it the right way, assuming you were dealt like decent cards, looks maxing will literally get you through the door like right away. It's the prerequisite, right? Without the prerequisite, there is nothing to cling on to, basically. Now, sure, you can cling on to status, but I think if you're more attractive, you're more likely, it's just easier to make money. It's just slightly easier to make more money and be more, you know, popular. So looks maxing, this goes above everything, dude. And I do think status and looks, it can be interchangeable depending on the girl, but most times it's gonna be like this: looks maxing, status, and then wealth. Next up is skincare maxing. So if you guys don't know, when you think of looks maxing, there are like 4 pillars to looks maxing that you should like really prioritize. We have skin, we have teeth, we have hair, and then we have like body. So making sure you're not fat and everything. So if you are prioritizing your skincare, right, you're basically tackling one of those important pillars. So this can't go above looks maxing, nor can it go in the same tier, but it has to go like right here, basically, above height maxing. Because now you're tackling one of those 4 pillars that is just very important, basically. If you have clear skin, very good skin, you are, you know, most of the time a lot more attractive than the average person. So I'm gonna put skincare maxing and insane reward maxing. You should definitely do this. Next up is geo maxing. I don't have much experience with like seeing people geomax. I do think a lot of it is just like, damn, you low-key didn't want to adapt to like the place you lived at. So basically with geomaxing, the purpose is you might not be the top 1% in your country. So you go to a country where the standards are a lot lower to where you'll pass more easily. This damn near might just be cope, but I'm gonna put this in. This will help a little bit. I know there's probably a lot more like logistics to why you would geomax, but I don't know, man. Next up is sleep maxing. Um, this is the bare minimum. Like, you should be getting at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep already. So if you want to perform at your peak, you gotta get 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Like, this is kind of just a requirement basically. But if you do that correctly, you're not really gonna gain nothing but just like maybe motivation to, work. But other than that, like, this can't really go anywhere higher on this list. And then last, we have diet maxing. Diet maxing can help you with your facial angularity if you do it the right way. However, that's like highly optimized shit. Like, you're probably not gonna run into this. Like, you need to focus on the surface level stuff first. Now, as for like having a slimmer body or having like a better body, I do think diet maxing, this is really important. It kind of even beats going to the gym, because if you're eating less calories, you're obviously getting slimmer. The gym will only help you with that. I'm gonna put this above sleep maxing. Also, if you're like an adult, I do think you will benefit from budgeting and saving money on a diet. So if you're not like buying fast food, I do think diet maxing should go in insane reward maxing. It can't really go at the top with like skincare, but it can be like in this tier, just like slightly closer to the bottom. That's just my opinion. And that is my list. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. I'ma see y'all in the next video, bro. Peace.